Hak artok trik luber kepada kasing kerpang jongga world TV dia kumta lapelong lang ya kani kejing lang ban prinkan mau kejing bawan ra na kejing pang TV hak baradan lang ke doktor IJ Renja Assistant Program Officer uba wilat miki Minister ke Health and Family Welfare Meghalaya bat kwe hak pertai baro dak million ngot kibrio kidang ngat hak jing pang TV man la usnem bat ha India hi ke jing pang TV kalong ke ba buntam kemba absan na ke jing pang TV hak pertai baro ke Sorkar kalanang perklan ya ke jing ya kun persya ya ke jing pang TV dak bulan kam ya ki core start kum ka digital x-ray bat ki NAAT machine kum ka trunat bat CB NAAT man lap loy ya ke jing pang.
From policymakers to health workers, from a community leaders to each and every member of the family, all of us have a role to play. So again, I urge all of us here today to help the program, to help us spread awareness about TB, to encourage early seeking behaviors on those you see that are presenting with signs and symptoms of TB, to advocate for the use of these very good digital tools, the handheld x-rays, as well as our testing through the NAT machines, to support our patients during the treatment, to reduce stigma, which is still very, very prevalent, and also to volunteer as a Niksha Mitra or a friend of the TB patients and help in giving us nutritional support. Because like I just said, nutrition plays a major role in TB, both in the TB incidence and the TB morbidity. Because undernutrition or malnutrition decreases the immunity. So it decreases the way the patient is able to fight TB better. So if we can, why not become a Niksha Mitra for the TB patients? Let us work together to make every village in Meghalaya TB free. Because a healthy village will equal to healthy Meghalaya, and a TB free village, rather TB free villages in Meghalaya will equal to a TB free Meghalaya. 80% of our total villages in Meghalaya have been declared TB free. Of these, 80 villages were awarded gold for them having secured TB-free villages for 3 consecutive years. Then another 224 villages were awarded silver for securing TB-free status for 2 consecutive years. And newest addition are 954 villages that were declared TB-free last year. In this direction, we are launching the Focus 100 Days campaign, phase 2. This campaign is just not a timeline. It is our commitment to intensify our efforts on active case finding, early diagnosis, prompt initiation of treatment. Over the next 100 days, we aim to strengthen community engagement as well, to scale up screening, to promote the use of these x-rays, and to ensure that services reach even the most remote and disadvantaged village. We want to also reach our vulnerable population in this 100 days. And vulnerable population for TB are those who have had TB in the previous years, are malnourished, undernourished patients, patients who have diabetes, patients living with HIV, those taking alcohol, tobacco users, those above 60 years of age, people who are in congregate settings because they stay together, they live together, and they breathe together the same air. So they have more chances to inhale that bacilli, and hence they have more chances of getting TB. We will focus on all these high-risk population as well as our high-risk TB villages where the caseload is still high. We will go there. So as we conclude, let us remember our strength is in our communities. Let these 100 days take us to every village, to every home, to every person in need. Let us ensure that no distance and no barrier stands in the way of care. So I'll conclude by saying yes, we can and we will end TB. Led by countries and powered by people. Thank you.
A lot of challenges, especially in terms of having doctors in our state. There are still many PHC and CHCs which now still working with single doctors. But are the government is doing nothing? No. The government is trying its level best. This problem would have been solved if we have a medical college 10-15 years back. Why we are facing these difficulties? Because all this time we have to depend from the central pool for our student to go and study medical. So now with the Shillong Medical College starting, already the session, the first session is already start. Now we have the Purno Sangma International Medical College in Khanapara, where the government is tied up with the USTM. We have students over there, and if with God's grace, if everything goes well, this year we'll be able to start with the Tura Medical College. So more or less, in the after 5 years from now, around 200 more doctors will come to our state, which will really help us to have doctors in our health, in our hospitals and PHC and CHCs. So because of the continuous effort from our Honorable Chief Minister, as you all remember, in the state of Meghalaya, where we follow matrilineal society, where women is given due respect. But it's so sad to see that a few years ago, Meghalaya is ranked highest in mother mortality rate, MMR and IMR, above the national average. But due to the continuous effort and under the able leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister and our team from the Health Department, I am so happy to inform you that all this, because of all this effort, there have been a 56% reduction in the mother mortality rate. Right now, we are below the national average. And we will continue to work harder to see that this number will keep on reducing more. And the same will goes with the mission for eradicating tuberculosis. So as I don't want to go again, lada klem ke jing ya trailang ke jong pi kamdai ke besok ya ke Sorkar lani ya ki doctors bangin sumari pi ngidon kam ya ke jing ya trailang ke jong pi namar bat kine ki TB cases ro don ki balas dang ya ke treatment tang baki jano kitip lada pi follow ya ke treatment hapo ndriu benai pila ban cure lani ban penjano ya ke tu ke jingpang tang balada pi no shiteng por kakela no sya ke MDR lada kakela sya ke MDR then kata ke jing sumar ke hap teng na kan riu benai na sya ka system lani system shiteng taka kta shok Tanda kata kadau nga appeal ya ki paiba jong state ban one ban test yalade nanta ban shim ya ka jeng suma ban hooi mi skill to ndai ka basok ya piro ki don hi ki jingiarap na kaliang jong ka government ngiarap ka financial assistant na ka Sorkar kumba sanspa shibnai if I'm not wrong 500 a month 1000 shihajar shibnai kiarap ya gitu TB patient pada kejo ko poro ngi appeal ya kini ki riu shimet mo kiba ngidon ketu ka niksha mitra ba phila ban wan ban shim ban shim ya uwei ke jingba klik ya uwei TB patient ban yarap ya ban yo ki jingbam kiba nutritional food namar udon kam namar pitip ba ke TB ka kta ya ke immunity tengi don kam ya ki jingbam kiba biang kiba klain kiban pen klain ya ka immunity tengah apil ro ya ki riushimet kiba don ya kata kalat kiba ublay ulak terku tengah singobha bakin wan syakmat ban kersan lang ya kini ki patient nang bakin la ban yo ya ki jingira tada kini ki kentin